So today I have a very Christmassy, very festive, glittery, sparkly party look for you. And as we are in the party season, I think it's the perfect excuse to wear all the makeup, pull out all the stops and just use products that you really love. And I think a nice glittery eye, maybe a little bit of winged liner, I'm not too sure yet, and of course a red lip are just the perfect look for a Christmas party. So to start off, I really want to get a nice flawless base, and for that I'm going to use NARS Sheer Glow, and I think this is a great one for a party foundation because there's no SPF in it, you're not going to get any flashback face in photography, and it just makes your skin look very flawless and last for a really long time. So I'm going to pop this on. This shade is Deauville, and it's slightly too warm for me at the moment. I think it's definitely more of my summer colour, but if I blend that down the neck it shouldn't be too obvious, and I think it's nice to have a little bit more colour when you are going to a party. This foundation really just goes on so seamlessly, it's beautiful, it's just got the perfect amount of coverage. It never looks cakey or over the top, but it really gives a flawless finish. I'm going to conceal as normal with Origin's Plantscription, and I've recently just bought a new one of these and I haven't had it for a while, and I've just realised how amazing it is all over again. I also have a new favourite brush to put on concealer with, and it's this Pro Airbrush concealer brush from Sephora. It's slightly smaller than the usual Real Techniques contour brush that I tend to use, but this I find you can get into a little bit more places, so kind of around the nose and more into the corner of the eye. I'm also going to use a second concealer, and this is the Estée Laude Double Wear Brush on Glow BB Highlighter. That's a really long name, and this I'm going to use to sort of highlight my skin. It's one of those sort of twist up illuminating concealers, and I have this in a slightly lighter shade, and I find by doing a kind of V underneath both my eyes and then a little bit down the nose and on the forehead, it kind of just lifts my face and gives it a bit more definition. I think powder is another really essential product when you're going to a party, because no matter how matte you think your skin is, it always tends to look completely shiny in photos. So I'm going to use a good helping of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is in Diffused Light. And really kind of press that into my skin, especially along my T-zone where I do get quite shiny. I've talked about this so many times, but it really is a great one for mattifying skin without looking cakey. So I'm going to be doing quite a lot of bronzing and contouring with this look, and for that I'm going to use NARS Laguna bronzer. Really in love with this at the moment. I've had my love-hate relationship with it, but at the moment it's the one for me, and I'm going to kind of take that in my cheekbone and blend it up. And then kind of all over my forehead, just to give my skin a bit more warmth, because I'm looking quite pale at the moment. So because I'm going to be going for a very bold, bright red lip, I'm going to use a very neutral colour on the cheeks. And this is another product from NARS. This is their blush in Douceur. And I think it is just the perfect one to match with any bright lipstick. It just gives a nice little bit of colour on the cheeks, but it doesn't overshadow or kind of clash with the colour on your lips. And as a highlight, of course, it has to be the Balm's Merry Luminizer. This is just the most beautiful, gorgeous highlight ever. So for brows, it's just going to be my very standard combination of Bobbi Brown's Brow Kit and then a Soap & Glory Archery pencil. But beforehand, I'm actually going to use a new product that I've discovered recently. This is Anastasia's Brow Primer, and it's kind of just a very waxy pencil. It's clear, it has no colour to it, but you put this on before a brow powder and it really does intensify the colour and help it really last a lot longer too. So you just kind of draw it on. And it does help to set them in place as well. You don't get any unruly brows wandering around your face. And then I like to just comb it out and pop on my brow powder. Very simple. And I find I use a lot less product when I've used the primer beforehand, because it really does darken the colour and help it stick on better. And then I do like a good bold brow when it comes to going out, so I'm going to really intensify the shape with the Archery pencil. So brows and base are done, now onto the fun part and the eyes, and I really wanted to do a kind of bronzy smoky look with a gold glitter. So to start with, I'm going to use Benefit's Cream Shadow in My 2 Cents, and this is a really beautiful coppery bronze shade. It's also an adorable little mini that I have as well. So this is going to be the perfect base colour to start off with, and it's also going to help any shadow that I put on top of it to stay. I'm going to take that shade underneath my eyes as well, quite heavily and quite far down as well, to really intensify the bronze colour. On top of that, I'm going to use a few colours from the Naked 3 palette, and I think this is such a lovely palette for parties and more Christmassy looks. It's got some really beautiful colours in it. So to begin with, I'm going to use Factory, which is this darker brownie colour, and I'm going to take that just on the outer corner of my eyes. And then I'm going to take the gold colour in here, which is called Trick, and use that on the kind of inner half of my eye. And then I'm going to repeat that same process underneath as well, using the darker colour on the outer corner and then the gold on the inner corner of my lashes. If I can find my brush. So now the exciting part and the glitter, and when it comes to glitter on the eyes, I think it can go very wrong very quickly. So especially with kind of loose pigment glitters, even eyeshadows with glitter in them, they tend to just end up all over my face. What I prefer to use is a glitter in a gel base, just because I find that helps it stick a lot better. And the perfect way to find these are just by finding a glittery eyeliner. I have a couple here. There are Collections Glam Crystal Liners. This is the gold one here, and I also have one from Kiko, which is a beautiful, really holographic, quite light shimmer. So because the glitter is suspended in the kind of gel liner base, it's a perfect product to use for a party because it's not going to go anywhere. So what I like to do is put a lot of this on my hand to begin with. So just take it out from the brush and get a load on there. And then really simple, just pat it on wherever you want it with fingers. And I'm going to kind of concentrate it on the inner corners of my eye where I put the gold shadow. I'm not sure if it'll pick up on camera too well, but it really is just super sparkly and amazing. To finish off the eyes, I'm just going to use a really small amount of black gel liner, and this is one from Tarte. Just a very thin line across my lashes. Now you could go for some really amazing false lashes with this look, but as we should all know by now, myself and false lashes just do not mix very well, so I'm going to skip straight to mascara. I'm going to give them a bit of a curl first though. Even this I struggle with. So L'Oreal's Miss Manga Mascara, absolute lashings of this. I want really thick full lashes. And then I'm going to build up my lower lashes with Clinique's Bottom Lash Mascara. I forgot how small and tiny and cute this is. So you could probably just leave it at that and go for a very simple nude lip option. I think especially if you're going to a Christmas party that involves a lot of eating, maybe a nude lip would be better for that, but I think why go nude when you can go red? I'm going to be using MAC's Ruby Woo for this, and I think it's just the perfect party red, and because it's a slightly more matte formula, it really does last. I'm going to start off with MAC's red pencil though first, just to give my lips a little bit of shape and even them out slightly. So that's my Christmas party festive makeup look done, and I hope you enjoyed watching that. I think this is definitely one of my favourite makeup looks to wear ever. I love a good Christmassy makeup. So let me know if you're going to any Christmas parties this year and what makeup you're planning on wearing, and if you do recreate this look, it would be amazing if you could put it on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag #ICovetChristmas, which is going to be my kind of Christmassy themed hashtag for this channel and my blog for the next couple of weeks. So very exciting, and I'd love to see all your looks if you do recreate this one. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.